Good morning, everybody. My name is Nate Morris, and I'd like to welcome you back to another video. Today, we are at the historic Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway for rounds number 3 and 4 of the 2025 Spring Nationals. After our strong run at Highland Rim Speedway, I was excited to see what we could do at the fairgrounds. The fairgrounds is a flat track compared to the high banks at Highland Rim Speedway, and historically, I've struggled on flat tracks like the summer shootout track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. I just haven't been great there. I've done decent, I've learned a lot, and I've gotten better, but I'm still not quite there. During the practice day, we kind of floated around from 17th to 20th place, which is the cutoff for making the field on time in qualifying. And in qualifying, I just blew it. I overdrove the car way too hard and brought home the 27th fastest lap of the field, which is a far cry from where we were the first 2 days of this series. So I've got some work to do, got to make my way up through the field. We'll be starting 7th in the first B main because today is a double header feature. Per INEX rules, when you have a double header race day, your fastest lap from qualifying sets the lineup for the first race, and your second fastest lap sets the lineup for the second race. So I'm starting 27th for the first feature and 29th for the second. So I've just got to try to get into the top 4 spots by the end of the B main to transfer into the feature, and then try to pick up spots from there. So, thank y'all for clicking on today's video. I hope you enjoy it, and let's get into it.
This race in the box.
Wise words from Brad Hockaday as the field rolls in to the box right here. And we are underway on day number 3 of the NX Spring Nationals. Honegger going to roll it down into turn number 1. In and behind those 2 black cars going at it for position number 2. Cameron White going to try to take it on the inside and pick up position at number 2. Top 4 have a little bit of breathing room. One around in the middle of the pack. And that car is not. Leader has lane choice. Everybody else is a traditional double. The 73 is chosen the inside. Green flag flies. We're back underway. Honegger gets away with the top spot. Weber in the 48 gets into Cameron White.
Yellow, turn 3. Yellow, turn 3.
And again has chosen the inside. That is your control car. It has moved up the 2 to the outside. As Van is going to try to take something away here on the outside in the white number 2. Green flag flies. Nate Morris is now on the back bumper of the 73, and Nate Morris going to move to position number 2. Great effort there by the 25, and now tickles the back bumper of the 73. Looks to the bottom side, and Nate Morris looking to make an early statement at the fairgrounds. Will move to position number 2. Drugman in the 2 car, racing out of the Mullins Motorsports camp. When I talked to Josh about Van, he said he's got a lot of speed, not as much experience behind the wheel. Needs to, still work on a couple of things. Laps remaining. Nate Morris, Zachary Honegger have those top 2 spots, and there's the exchange for position number 4. The 94 of Jet Johnson goes to that position. Abby Johnson now 1 spot out, and Cameron White needs to find a little something here if he wants to get into this A main after going to the back early. As we got one around, it's Fayen in the 80.
Yellow.
And that will draw yellow. So they are doubled up. Leader of Morris has chosen the inside line.
25 is the car set to pace, starts the race in the box.
Box is indicated for the Legends and Bandoleros this week by the 2 orange lines in turn at number 4, along with the cones. Green flag flies. Now keep your eye on Jet Johnson in the 94. 3 wide at a turn number 2. Cameron White to the bottom, picks up 2 for 1, and moves into a transfer spot. What a move by White. And now in behind, they battle for position number 5. Allison Johnson coming through the field. is in position number 5. As something happens in front of her, she may be in the show, but there's only one lap left to settle this. Cameron White on the back bumper of Drugman for position number 3. And that may be Allison Johnson's ticket if something happens in front of her, but checkered flag. Top of the field it goes to Nate Morris.
All right, we made it through the first B main. So, goal number 1 for today is accomplished. I was able to drive from 7th to be able to ultimately win the B main, so I'm very happy with that. I was one of the fastest cars in the field, and I think I can make that speed translate into the feature. Getting to race around some cars, I learned a few things. I was able to slow down my turns and get into and off of the corners correctly, and I picked up a little bit of speed there. Going into today, I am 7th in the semi-pro points for the week, and my goal is to finish there. So I've got to make up as many spots as I can in the feature and try to keep myself in that top 10 points conversation.
So once again, drop below who you're cheering for, where you're watching from, and hit that share button. Let your friends know you're watching some racing. We've seen some action so far this afternoon with 24 semi-pros in the racetrack. I would expect much of the same. Green flag flies and we're under. Oh no, and they didn't even make it to the turn 1. Is that Warren Head? Highland Rim for round numbers 1 and 2, including Allen, Doolin in this top 5. We'll see what they have. Chase Burgesson leads them to green. Battle for second. Neil Doolin to the bottom side in the red number 79. Allen in the 51 on the outside, little slideways as the 51 allows Jesse Martinez to the bottom side. Martinez picks up position number 3. Cole Denton to the bottom. They continue to battle. Denton still looking for 5th. Hop the curb a little bit down there in turn number 1. Has the 85 of Swift to the outside. Up the road a little bit, Allen looking to the bottom of the 5 of Jesse Martinez. And then behind them, there's a mess in and around the top 10. That's JT Poole to the bottom side of Potter in the 68. Christensen and Morris. Morris had to come through the B feature to make his way into the A. As they battle, oh, Allen got a little sideways and had a little help, I think. Rolls it down to the bottom side. Can he get that thing rolling again? Sits and sits and sits, and the yellow flag comes out. Slower start to this semi-pro feature, but you know these drivers are going to put on a show once they get a little bit of green flag laps in, and here comes the green again. Keep your eye on Cole Denton. Again, not the qualifying effort that the driver of the 46 probably wanted. But now into 3rd, Mitch right to the outside, battling with the 85 of Bradley Swift. And one around, I think that's Nate Morris. That is. Trying to get it going, it's stalled, and that's not a great place. Yellow flag will fly.
Yellow, 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 bottom of 4.
So it looked like he had the thing fired, and it might have stalled when he tried to get it going again off the rumble strips in turn number 4.
79 in front of the 46.
Take a look at the replay.
0, then 9X.
Right there, 2 might have got him there, Gerzebek, but looked like the 81-100 Jordan was kind of rolling the top 2, and yeah, the 2 might have hooked the 25. Just hooked bumpers. And a good job by Nate to not kill the restart cones over in turn number 3 and 4. And Todd McCullum and the 510 group have been busy. One of the 510 representatives on the racetrack is this 25. Minus the red flag time that may occur, or time that is not in the hands of the driver, and we have expired almost half of the time limit so far in this 25-lap feature. Green flag flies, and we're back underway. Doolin to the outside. Denton to the bottom. Battle for second behind Burgesson. There's another driver that didn't have the greatest of qualifying efforts this afternoon. Dylan Faulkner started in 12th. He's up to position number 5. Wright battling with Thomas. Dylan Thomas has moved his way up into the top 10. A couple of drivers on the move here, and you kind of saw it in the middle of that pack. Preferred groove around the quarter mile is that bottom groove, and you can see this mess on the right-hand side of your screen if you're watching us on US Legend Cars TV or Track TV or maybe on our YouTube page. JT Poole to the bottom side of the 27. Aiden Christensen right in behind. Cameron White had to transfer in through the B feature earlier. 31 semi-pros checked in. We started 24. Christensen now down to the bottom side. Followed by White, followed by Allen. Jesse Martinez making his way back up through the pack. 27 trying to find a way to the bottom side. It's Garrett Dyes. Hunter Jordan in the 81 down to the bottom. JT Poole out of line just ahead of this group in the blue number 26. And here comes Faulkner down to the bottom side. It might not have qualified well, but it definitely races well for the 60. Calls Tennessee home, one of his home state racetracks. And he moves to position number 3. He's got to chase down Cole Denton and chase down Chase Burgesson. What an effort for Burgesson here at the fairgrounds. We are past halfway, 14 completed, 11 laps to go. We're starting to find a rhythm in this feature, and now we're having a battle for position number 3 as the 85 is Swift works to the back. Semi-pros finding a rhythm to their feature, and now Denton trying to find a way around. Little slip that time in turn number 4. Problems for Potter in turn at number 3. He keeps going again. We stay green, but Hayden Potter not having the race that he's wanted to in car number 68. 8 laps to go this time. Honegger's around, and that will draw the yellow.
Yellow, turn 1. 22 is the control car. 22 C fires first inside the box.
Your control car is Chase Burgesson. In the box, green flag flies. Denton to the outside of the 60 of Faulkner. Dillard sideways, and we got 2 of them stacked up. It's Jared Hawley in the 81. Of Hunter Jordan with the 19 of Maddox Hooper. Also going for a loop.
Control car.
If they have a yellow flag on top of it, the checkered flag will be displayed afterwards. We hope we can get the final 7 laps in to the checkered from here. Green flag flies and we're back underway. And that's not good. That's half the field.
Yellow, checkered is out.
And the race is over.
This race is
Your
over.
winner is Chase Burgesson.
And that's a wrap for race number 1. I thought it was a pretty good race for us. We started 21st and finished 12th. I was on the move early, but got spun out and had to go to the tail of the field. And thanks to some carnage and me being able to pass a few cars, I was able to get back up to 12th. So had we not gotten spun out, I would have liked to see where we ended up. Probably could have been in that top 10. But this was a good race for us as far as points go. Finished close to the top 10. If we could have gotten the top 10, that would have been nice. But got some good points while some of the people we were competing with didn't have the best finishes in the world. So I'll take it. But unfortunately, now we have to start back in square one. I qualified 29th for the second feature of the day. So I got to roll off from 9th in the B main. It's 2 spots worse than I started in the first B main today, and I won that one. So all I have to do is finish in that top 4 to try to make my way into the feature. So hopefully we can do it, and I can go out and feature number 2, do what I did in the first race, pick up a bunch of spots, and try to get another good points finish.
Pro B feature, we will take the top 4, and they will start 21st on back in our A main coming up later on this evening following the Pro Late Model practice. Green flag in the air. Gerzebek takes the advantage. Weber to second. Allison Johnson to the outside in the 15. The white number 9 of Abby Johnson to the bottom side. And the 94 is Jet Johnson. Oh, contact. It's the 25 of Nate Morris and the 73 of Onaker.
Yellow, turn 1.
Well, this is not off to the start that I was hoping for. Had a little bit of a slow start there, and I was trying to pass the 73 car into turn 1 when I got shoved from the car behind me into the 73, sent him for a spin, and now both of us are going to the tail. So now I'm having to drive my way from even farther back to try to get in that top 4 transfer positions, and I'm going to have to get there if I want to keep my hopes for a top 10 points finish alive.
18 of Allison Johnson.
2 cars, the control car in the box.
As they come out of corner number 4, and they'll see the green flag. Locking them up down into turn number 1, just outside the transfer position. Allison Johnson's going to pick up 3rd. Abby Johnson's going to pick up 4th. And nipping at the bumper is Jet Johnson in the 94. Abby Johnson shuffled to the outside, not the place you want to be. 80 of Peyton Fay into the bottom side. Peyton moves up to position number 5. She'll need one more spot to get to the 94 of Jet Johnson to move in to the feature event. So now the 94 is under fire. Jet Johnson had to do a little bit of work to get that 4th place position. The transfer is between the black 94 Johnson, the 80 of Peyton Fayen. Needs one more spot, does the 80. 94 of Jet Johnson trying to get insurance. Trying to get one more spot on the 15 of Allison Johnson. Time starting to run out here halfway home. 6 down and 6 to go in this semi-pro B. Battle for the lead as Weber tries to take the spot away from Gerzebek. And will do so down there in turn number 3. We saw it at the corner of the shot there. The 94 was trying to get low at a turn number 4 to get to the bottom side of the 15 of Johnson. Could not make that work. Little bit of breathing room back to Peyton Fayen, but Fayen, along with Nate Morris in the 25, to that battle. Great shot of the top 6 as they work around the quarter mile. 80 of Fayen, white number 80, chasing down the black 94 of Johnson. That is for 4th. 25 of Morris needs to get 2 more spots here. Your leader is car number 48 of Bradley Weber. Here comes that 94. Took that look to the bottom side. Tries to get back to that back bumper of Allison Johnson. 2 laps to go. They'll come to the white flag this time. And up the hill goes the 94. 3 wide for the final transfer position. Give it to Nate Morris. Can Fayen get to the back bumper of the 25? Down the back straightaway for the final time in the semi-pro B feature. And the 48 of Bradley Weber's going to pick up the win. The battle's going to be behind. 4th is going to go to Nate Morris.
Checkers out.
Man, you want to talk about cutting it close. That was about as tight as it gets right there, coming to the white flag. The 94 got in turn 3 and 4 a little hot and just slipped up in the center, and that allowed me to take advantage and pass him and the 80 in the same corner and get up into the transfer spot there. That's definitely not the way I wanted to make it. I wanted to be solidly in that top 4, but with having to go to the back and drive my way back through the field a little bit, I knew that it was going to be a tough task, but they They say sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and today we got a little bit lucky. So I'm going to go out here in the feature, try to bring home another solid finish, and hopefully keep this top 10 points chase alive.
The driver from 860 Motorsports is the 79 of Neil Doolin. Working through corners number 3 and 4. Round 4 for the semi-pros is underway. Keep your eye on Hunter Jordan. Jordan did not have the best of races in round number 3. Looks to the bottom side of Burgesson for position number 2. The 5X of Martinez has Cole Denton knocking on the door. Stacked field as the yellow is out. And it's Allison Johnson around on the back straightaway.
7 outside. Never mind. 21 fill it if he's not going to go.
Field tucks up tight down the back straightaway, getting ready to come to the green flag. Neil Doolin in the box. Green flag flies. It's a race to that bottom side to see if they can make some moves on those drivers that may be stuck on the outside, at least in the early going, these last couple of races. Doolin going to lead this one, the 81 of Hunter Jordan, trying to find a spot in the line. Cole Denton gets that bottom side of Allen to maintain position number 5 behind the 40, or check that, the 85 of Bradley Swift. To the bottom side, picks up one on Allen. And Caden Bradshaw moves into line in the 9X. One around.
Yellow, turn 1.
Side.
Opposite his car in front of you.
Hunter Jordan, Jesse Martinez, and the 46 of Cole Denton are your top 5 as the field tucks up tight down the back straightaway, getting ready to come back to the green flag, and it is displayed. Doolin gets a great start down into turn number 1, tries to bring Hunter Jordan along with Burgesson, under fire from the 46 of Cole Denton. Denton to the bottom side. They'll go wheel to wheel in 3 and 4 for that third place spot. Final podium position on the line. Swift, Martinez, and Allen among those, trying to get to that inside line and pick up one more spot. Burgesson stuck on the outside. Keep your eye on Hunter Jordan as he tries to track down the 79 of Neil Doolin. Martinez trying to break into the top 5. He's got Burgesson on the outside. They race hard down into turn number 3 behind them. Allen also trying to enter that top 5 as they continue to run hard in front of them. Cole Denton under fire from the 85 of Bradley Swift. And Swift takes the spot. Allen to the bottom side of Burgesson. And they are tucked up tight in behind them. Look at this battle. 2x2 stacked 3 deep. Bradshaw to the outside. JT Poole to the bottom. Going to try to bring Galen Clark along with him in car number 38. The 0, Jared Hawley, working to the bottom of Bradshaw. Caden Bradshaw trying to hold on to a top 10 run here. Dylan Faulkner goes to the bottom side.
Yellow, bottom of 4. Yellow, bottom of 4.
We got see it there, a little bit of action just barely out of frame. Here comes the field. Green flag flies. We're back underway. I was about to say Burgesson on the last couple of restarts got trained on that outside one around middle of the pack. They all avoid, but the yellow flag will fly, and that is Galen Clark. 79 of Neil Doolin is the control car. We have 8 laps completed. Neil trying to pick up a big win here, into the box and back to the green. Hunter Jordan stuck on the outside. Bradley Swift is the driver on the move. The 85's looking for the lead here. Down to the bottom side of the 81, a Hunter Jordan for position number 2. Bump down to the bottom, looking for the top spot. Oh, and around goes the 2 at the back of the field. And the 2 will sit there. Yellow flag will come out. Yellow lights will come on the speedway. Field in control of the 79 of Neil Doolin. We did complete a lap there on that last exchange. 9 completed, 16 to go. The 79 brings the field down. Green flag flies. Keep your eye on that 85 on the outside. Swift moved to position number 2. As Hunter Jordan moves to the bottom. Little shot to Neil Doolin from Swift, and here comes Martinez. Little contact up the hill. They save it. Martinez all kinds of sideways behind them. They're hooked up. It's Clark, and I believe the 27. The 85 of Bradley Swift. It's moved J.R. Allen up to position number 3. How about Jared Hawley in the mix? Hawley is in position number 4 with Neil Doolin back to position number 5. Here comes the field. Green flag flies, and we're back underway. How low can you go down in turn number 1? J.R. Allen picks up the spot. Little contact from behind with Swift, and Neil Doolin's right on the back bumper. Jared Hawley still on the outside. Hunter Jordan able to get out in front of this field. Safest place to be right now is the driver's seat of the number 81. Jordan controls this with 13 laps to go this time. Doolin down to the bottom side of Swift. Hawley trying to follow him through in the 0. Little tickle to the back bumper, the 85. Halfway in this one, 13 to complete it, and 12 laps to go. Burgess in to the bottom side of Hawley. We have one off in the big track, and that is the 9 of Bradshaw. Far out of the way, we stay green flag racing. Flat tire on the 9 of Bradshaw. Battle for second continues to heat up. Doolin is right there on the 51. Allen little sideways that last time by the 85 of Bradley Swift. On the heels, we got one around and some fenders on the front straightaway, and that will draw the yellow on the time. So they are getting close. They got to start finding a rhythm here if they want to get all their laps in. Hunter Jordan in car number 81 into the box. Green flag flies. Now, if you're Neil Doolin, can you get to the bottom and get that second place position away from Allen in the 51? Yes, sir. Down to the bottom. Neil Doolin picks up second. We'll now have Swift to the back bumper in car number 85. Little bobble for the 51. Tried to get to the bottom, and now Burgess in to the bottom in the yellow fender number 22C. Colnet trying to take 5th. So Allen goes from second on that restart in 2 laps. Maybe out of the top 5. Little bobble there. JT Poole trying to get to the bottom. We got them all stacked up in turn number 4.
Crap, we were doing so good, and it just all went away right there. On that restart, I was going up through the gears and popped into neutral. And so going into turn 1, I was on the gas, and it just wouldn't go anywhere. So I got it into second gear coming off of turn 2, lost a few spots, and went into turn 3 on the outside of the 48. And he just missed the corner and took me with him. It looked like, from my point of view, that he jumped over my car. So that was a little sketchy, and I'm glad that there's not a lot of damage done to my car there. Still have an opportunity to try to make up a few positions in the remaining laps of this race. But I was running in the top 10 by the time of that caution. So definitely didn't want to see that happen. And now we're going to have to try to salvage from what would otherwise have been a really good race for us.
Your control car is the 81 of Hunter Jordan. Neil Doolin on the outside. Green flag. The sense of urgency is going to be ramped up here. 81 of Jordan sideways. Might have had a little help from the 85 of Swift. Denton to the bottom side of Burgess in behind them. A little more contact for the lead. Swift trying to get to the bottom of Jordan. To the bottom, to the contact, to the right, left rear, and the 85 is going to work his way down to the bottom. Elbows up, going to muscle his way to the lead is Bradley Swift. Neil Doolin in the 79 on the back bumper. And now the 79 to Doolin. Going to try to take it away from the 85. Little bump to the 85. Up the hill goes Swift, sideways out of turn number 4. Neil Doolin to the top spot. They make a little more contact. Here comes Jordan. Hunter Jordan to the bottom for second. Cole Denton looks on from behind. The 79 of Doolin leads him across the stripe. 4 laps to go. Jordan to the bottom. Takes second place back. Bradley Swift back in line to position number 3. Can Swift get close enough to give Jordan a receipt? Jordan in a second, chasing down Neil Doolin. Laps clicking off, only 3 laps to go. Swift and Jordan battle for second. It's going to get close at a turn number 4. Jordan to the outside, slides that race car to 4. Cole Denton's going to get to the bottom. Burgeson's going to get to the bottom. JT Poole looking for a top 5 in a national event. They'll come by this time to the white flag for Neil Doolin. Final lap for the 79. And it's a big lead for the driver from North Carolina. Showed up yesterday, practiced at the top of the board, and he is going to finish Friday at the top of the board. Neil Doolin's your winner.
Well, that was definitely not the race I was hoping for. The first half of it was great. Drove up from 24th to 10th and was just having a great day as far as points went. And at that point, I believe I was the lock for the Hard Charger Award for the day. But unfortunately, on that restart, it just all went away when my car kicked into neutral and I just couldn't go anywhere. Lost a couple positions and then got spun out. I went to the back and I was still able to finish 17th, but definitely not where we could have finished. So I'm very disappointed with that and hate the outcome there. On the bright side, we had a lot of speed in the races. Qualifying was definitely not my strong suit, but I was able to win a B main today, and I really proved that in the races I know how to pass a few cars. So to go from 21st to 12th the first day, I'm very happy with that. And then to go from 24th into the top 10, even though we walked away with a 17th place finish, is still something to be very proud of, especially at a track where I struggle to make speed. So to be able to run races that were that good, I'm very happy with that. I hope y'all enjoyed today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.